The biggest leadership mistake I see people consistently making is not setting clear expectations. Setting clear expectations gives us the ability to clearly articulate what we are looking for and give people the option to align or not align with that expectation. If we do not set that expectation, we are setting our people up for failure. They don't know what they need to do in order to meet our needs. As we move in and as we've moved into this virtual space, that has become increasingly the challenge that teams are running into. Not that they can't live in this virtual environment, that they as a team, as a functioning group of individuals have not identified what the expectations in this new environment are. So if you lead a team, if you sit on a team, if you have any influence within a group of people who are now operating in a virtual space, or if you've worked with a team that's been virtual for forever, this is your reminder. You have an opportunity to set clear expectations about what it means to operate in that virtual space. That gives people the opportunity to think about, what does it look like from a tech perspective? Do we turn on video or do we leave our initials floating up in the platform? What's the benefit of turning on our video and why do we want to do that? What are some of the tech issues that we consistently run into? If I'm making active listening noises, oh, that's really interesting. I am hijacking the visual of that meeting. Now in person, it's very different. On a video, that changes drastically. So if we can set the clear expectation that there are other ways to communicate our active listening, a thumbs up, eye contact, on Zoom you can give a little applause or you can give a thumbs up as an emoji. That gives people permission to engage in a way that's going to set the team up for success. We also have to be able to set the expectation around timing. If I'm working at home, I could wake up and in my pajamas sit down at my computer. Well, from an organizational perspective, from a team perspective, what is our expectation around when people are working? Just because they have access to their work at their dining room table doesn't mean we necessarily need them there 24/7. And when are they allowed to turn it off? When are they allowed to step away from their computer? Whether that be a specific time or whether that be permission to say, go for a walk when you need to go for a walk. Help your kid with their homework when you need to help your kid with their homework. That gives people permission and sets the expectation of what is allowed and what is not allowed. Now, people can begin to operate with clarity and confidence if it aligns with those expectations. So as you think about whether you've had the chance to set expectations or whether you need to revisit that conversation, use this as a catalyst to have that dialogue. Use this as a catalyst to take your team and figure out, what expectations do we have of each other? What expectations do we have in terms of response time or in terms of how we're updating our calendar so we can all stay on the same page?